So we got some more gameplay footage for Black Clover Quartet Night, and one thing that's going to be very interesting to know about this game is that it's going to be having multiple game modes from what we thought. We also know a little bit more about the characters, and the first mode that we're getting really shown about is zone control. This one is that it's going to be like a group of 4, and basically you have to be in like a hold down the circle. It's kind of like capture the flag or like domination in some way, and like sort of like say like a Call of Duty game from what it looks like. And it's a very small zone. You got to try and keep in this zone as like you build up points around it, and basically like you can gain more if like everyone stays in the circle, but you lower the risk since it's so tiny and like you've got 4 people on your ass. Then there you go. You're just gonna have to like either just bite it really hardly. So how they're describing with this game mode is like you would have someone like Noelle, she would stay back, like she's actually got a bunch of long range tools, or someone like and they would stay in the zone while you have people like Magna or Asta go in and attack. Now, I will say this, like, maybe it was just the game mode itself, but the game did look like it still needed a bit of work. Like, it looked like the game itself was a little slow. Like, there was a few things in there where I was like, I'm not too sure, like, about that. But there's an interesting thing that we know about some of the characters so far in this game, and that is, from what we can see in this entire footage, that is Yuno and Asta. They both have different gauges, they both actually have different health, and seemingly they're going to have different like attack parameters as well. One thing we did notice as well, you do get to see throughout the entirety of this game as well, you get to see how all your other teammates are doing, what their kind of like magic meters are doing. Asta kind of like is different from this situation because he obviously doesn't have magic in the show, but he does have some techniques around him, and it seems like he gets to make up with this by having an insane like offense. Like he is not only he's a lot more got health than like a lot of the other characters so far that we get to see in the game. Like he has like I think it's like 1100 or so, and same thing with like Noelle. Noelle actually had like a little higher amount of health as well, but it's similar that as well. Like characters have like when you stay in the zone, they actually have a little bit more of extra health to make sure that they're a little bit harder to defeat. Like there's a lot of stuff going on like throughout this entire gameplay, and it was a little confusing to try and understand a lot of like how it was working. I will definitely say this, to someone that was so fucking tired and completely drained out of like the arena brawlers, out of the Naruto storms, and regardless, I'm still looking forward to the My Hero Academia game. There is a part of me where it's like, okay, I'm still drained out from all of these and the Burning Bloods and all these kind of games. I'm at least happy that Black Clover is trying something different. It kind of like, I will say that, but it still looks really rough. I'm not gonna pretend here and say, oh, you know, this game looks perfectly fine. It looks slow in certain parts. It does look a little rough around edges. Regardless, this game still isn't coming out till like fall, I believe. I think like all we know is that it's 2018, and I don't think it's gonna be coming out for like another like 6 months or so, maybe even like 9. But I will say, like, yeah, it still needs some work. It still needs some polishing up for the most part. But if it's having multiple game modes, that's kind of cool. Like, I'm glad that it's like having modes on there. Asta was exactly what I wanted in the game. Like, he is going to be a lot more closer up. He has a lot larger of a health bar compared to the rest of the characters. He is, however, everyone seems to have access to 4 kind of abilities that are going to be like mapped to your like PS4 controllers or Xbox, or rather like where you play this game. The thing is, though, like, you do have your L1, your L2, your R1, and your R2, and from what we saw in that, like, we had Yuno's one, which, like, his kind of basic attacks into, like, he fires, like, the daggers at you. Asta has, like, a little long-range blast. He also, as well, has, like, a hurricane move, like, and not to mention everyone has, like, a rage mode, where they're gonna pull out and probably do, like, an ultimate attack, or, like, they have more armor in this mode. It can vary, like, I hope it varies between each character. I would like to see, like, someone like, oh, like, maybe Noelle in this mode, she can, like, her cooldowns on her abilities are a lot lower, or, like, Yuno is a lot faster in this mode, or Asta just has super armor. He can just tank through hits no matter what. That would be, like, a little interesting thing that they have on there. We didn't see anything really apart. Oh, Magna had the tiniest little screen time. We only just got to see him using the bat, and it looked like he was using a basic move. But if anything, I will still say in this game that regardless, I am going to pick it up. I am going to try it out and see how it is for myself. I do hope it is good, and I will like at least applaud that it's something new, it's something different on there. It kind of reminds me of the Gunslinger Stratos. That's kind of what the vibe I'm getting from this game so far. So we're gonna have to wait and see. But like, Still at the moment, I'm putting my chips on the new 2 anime titles. I'm still really putting it on the Academia game at the moment, which is weird because, like I said, I'm burnt out on the Arena Brawler, but it still looks really cool. It has some cool things like they're doing with it. But this game as well has some interesting stuff. I need to see more footage, and maybe I just need to get hands-on, like play itself, and maybe it'll be completely different because seeing it and then actually playing it is a different thing. I remember that was the same thing I had with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. That game looks like a piece of shit. It has so many fucking problems, but it is a really fun game to play. So hopefully this is kind of the same situation right now. But that's all from me. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you guys though next time.